Mary Beth Dunnichay preparing for the upcoming USA Diving Winter Nationals, and it's a meet that has some significance on the calendar for you guys. Seems like it's been about 5 months since you last competed. Since then you've enrolled at Purdue and things like that, so your life has changed a little bit. I imagine that you're kind of looking forward to this opportunity to compete again.
I am. I'm really excited and to see how the different training is going to pay off, and am I going to compete the same? It's going to be new, but I'm excited and I think I've done everything I can to prepare myself, so we'll see.
You're focusing on the 10-meter synchronized diving in Knoxville coming up at the championships. Tell us a little bit about that meet specifically. What are some of the keys you guys focus on?
I mean, we're definitely focusing on synchro just because the U.S. hasn't yet earned a spot for the Olympics, so that's kind of a big deal. And the individual is right before it, so we don't want to be run down or anything. So I'm just focusing on synchro, and I know Haley's going to do individual and synchro, but she's done that in the past, so we're not really worried about that. But yeah, synchro's definitely a big thing right now for the U.S. We just want to get as many spots as we can and get the biggest team there.
Some of your Purdue teammates here, this will be kind of an experience for them going into a big meet. Having experienced the national stage and the international stage, what kind of some of the things you share with them?
I mean, we practice. I always say practice like you compete, and I think we do that a lot here. We've done little mock meets and going through just what our routines are, and I think the training atmosphere here has been awesome because obviously we both, or all of us, want the same thing, so we're pushing each other, and I think it's going to be really good.
Thanks for the time. Good luck in Knoxville.
Thank you.
David Boudia getting ready for the U.S. Diving National Championships, the Winter National Championships held in Knoxville. And it's been about 5 months or so since you had a full-on competition. Busy man this summer, but a little bit of an off time since then. But it seems like you've used it well with a little bit of a different lifestyle now since you turned professional, speaking engagements and appearances and that sort of thing. Give us a recap of your fall so far.
It's definitely been a different experience so far since my last NCAA competition. I've done a lot of different events with a lot of different Olympic sponsors, and definitely it's different. It's a different lifestyle. I'm able to go out to different companies, to different parts of the country, and kind of just share my story, what my passions are, and it's exciting. It helps inspire me and it helps get me going in practice because I can look back at all those people I spoke to and just be really encouraged by that.
So you'll be diving your usual specialty, 10-meter, as well as 10-meter synchronized in Knoxville, and also 3-meter synchronized with your partner Nick McCrory. That sounds like it's a new adventure for you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Nick and I decided to throw in a new event for us, 3-meter synchro. It's new because we've never done springboard in international based competition. We saw a lot of opportunity at World Championships in July, and we thought to ourselves, why not take this chance, another opportunity to potentially win a medal for the United States. And if we do well, great. If we don't, it's great cross training and a great warm-up for 10-meter synchro.
There's a lot of new divers here in the mix at Purdue this year that have kind of trained alongside of you this first semester. Going into this national meet, having experienced so many different levels of competition yourself, what would you share with them?
Well, it's been amazing just to see these guys train. I'm with them every single day alongside of them. I'm not on the same team as they are at Purdue, but just to see the way they've progressed over the months, I think that they should be really encouraged. They've gotten to a level where they actually can be in contention for some competitive nature at world or at national championships. So I think they just need to use this as an experience leading up for other big NCAA competitions, and we'll see what comes out of that.
Thanks for the time. Good luck in Knoxville.
Thanks.
Adam Soldati getting ready for the USA Diving Winter Nationals, be in Knoxville this year. And you'll go down there with quite a few divers, both alumni and current members of the program. And it seems like with a large group of divers, both differences in age and experiences, different goals really are in the mix for them as well. Maybe you could kind of elaborate on that.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in a situation right now where, our collegiate program is definitely reloading. We graduated I don't know, 5 or 6 or 7 All-Americans, I think, last year. So we've got a new group, similar to the group we just graduated 4 years ago. And then we've still got the group of, those that just graduated. Many of them are now competing for the international stage and trying to make an Olympic team here at the end. So there's certainly different goals from a performance standpoint. But what's kind of neat about that is really the goal doesn't ever change. Whether they're just walking in the door or they're on their way out of the door, our goal has always been to reach your greatest potential. So whether you're David Boudia or the freshman that just comes in the door, we're still going into this competition, and each one of them is trying to do the best that they can do, and we really don't want to focus on the results. Although we know that the expectation on the results stand is going to be much different for them, the goal doesn't change, and we want each athlete to reach their greatest potential, and that's how we face a competition like this with such a variety of athletes.
Certainly, it seems like the Winter Nationals are one of the check meet points along the course of the year for you guys in the diving world. And this year, because 2012 is an Olympic year, it got moved up a little bit to December. Can you kind of break it down how that changes things?
Yeah, there's usually only one major competition per year, but in the Olympic year, they still want to host the World Cup, which is normally hosted a little later in the summer. And they always try to host it at the Olympic pool. So they're going to host it in London in February. So of course that pushes the schedule back. We need to have our qualifying events earlier than February, and February used to be where Nationals was. So it pushes everything up a little bit, so you got to get ready a little bit sooner. But everybody's on the same playing field, so you plan for it, you make your plan, you periodize for it, and you go.
All right, so finally, just some of the things you look forward to going into the Winter Nationals every year. Like I said, it's one of the meets that I imagine you mark on the calendar. And one of the main things that you highlight to tell the kids?
Well, again, it depends on where they're at, and with such a wide variety of kids this year. We've got Boudia and Casey and Mary Beth, and some that are really going to they've got a legitimate shot, and they're vying to make that World Cup team. And then we've got the newcomers that have just come in, and for them a lot of it is just experience being on the national level, seeing this stage. What's neat about this meet is it's such a wide variety of athletes. You've got kids from, could be 10 years old who are superstars to the post-collegiate kids that are in their upper 20s and 30s. So it's great from a recruiting standpoint. You get to get out there and you get to see some of those up-and-coming talent that you're not ever going to see at a college meet. And it's neat that everybody in our program gets to compete together, because we got such a split right now. We're either going to be international kids doing their thing or college kids doing their thing. Where this is one meet where everybody comes together, whether you're post-collegiate, collegiate, or prior to college, and some of the kids in our club team. We're all going to be together at this meet to have some fun together. So it's good from that standpoint.
Thanks for the time. Good luck to your divers in Knoxville.
Thank you.